So I got married at the young age of 20. And then divorced at the not so young age of 52.
Oh.
There you have it, that's my story. So when the nosy people would say to me, hey, are you dating? I answered, no, I'm way too old for that. But secretly, I wanted to give it a go. But I was nervous because, honestly, I had virtually no dating experience.
Oh.
But my daughter, Teresa, she had some helpful words for me. Don't worry, Mama, she says. You're a quick study. It is true. So I bravely dipped my toe into the dating pool. Now, luckily, Teresa's over the day of my first post-divorce first date. I'm a mess. Like, really a mess. I put on a colorful summer dress that's flattering to my over 50 figure. I do as much as I'm capable of with my hair. And then I ask her for help with my makeup. And her touch, as she smooths on my foundation, calms my nerves a little bit. And then she pulls out one of her 18 brushes and she puts a little brush on my cheeks. And it makes me feel so feminine. And then she zeroes in on my eyes and she asks, Mom, where are your eyelashes? No, my eyelashes, they've been short and stubby, like her entire life. Well, actually, my entire life. But up until now, neither one of us has ever noticed this. It's never been an issue. So my first date, it's sweet. And as we talk, I relax. And we both want a second date. And I think, maybe I can date. At this age, with no experience, and no eyelashes. So I'm out at a bar with my friend Megan, and I'm telling her all about my recent dating escapades, and I am thinking I am doing great. But Megan has a different opinion. You gotta get on Bumble, she says. And she grabs my phone, and she creates my profile for me. To be honest, my reading glasses are at home, so I can't help even if I really want to. And Megan's quick. Like within minutes, she's got me in business, in the Bumble business. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Bumble, the name is a nod to the bees, where the queen is in charge. Women have the upper hand because once there's a match, the women has to message first. So I'm a bundle of nerves, like about just throwing myself out there into this Bumble world. So Megan, she does all the swiping for me. And when we match with somebody, she types something super clever back.
Shit.
And several, I don't have experience. So several of our matches, they want to meet up with us, like right now. Bumble is fast. Like the last time that I dated, in 1984, the process for setting up a date was considerably slower. Like he had to get my number, and then he had to call me. Well, no, I think we called like that, right? And then if no one answered, he had to call again. And then when we talked, we were both at home talking on our phone with the curly-Q cord. And now, like on Bumble, within minutes of seeing a guy's picture, he's offering to meet us wherever we are. So, the next morning, I put on my reading glasses, and I sit down with my hot, strong, black coffee, and I open up the Bumble, all by myself. It's ridiculously easy to use. So before my coffee goes cold, I have matched with and am messaging more than 50 men. Let's just say one for every year of my life. So I go on some dates. There's a defense attorney that I meet at a cool bar in Pilsen. And then there's the federal attorney that I meet at a cool bar in Streeterville. And one night, I'm out with my daughter and a group of her friends. We meet up with this gaggle of, like, I suppose they are men, but they look kind of like boys to me. But either way, they're from Canada, and they happily follow us from bar to bar to bar. So one of the young Canadians, he hands me a beer. And I'm a little flustered because I am not really used to a man buying me a drink. Really not used to a young man buying me a drink. And I wonder, like, is he chatting it up with me just to be polite because I'm the matriarch of the group? And then another young Canadian puts another beer in my hand. And I'm a little less flustered, so this time I even dance with the young lad. And I'm not sure when he flirts with me if he's making fun of me because I'm old, but I just roll right with it. And I had recently made a career switch. I left college coaching, and I headed back into the classroom as a math teacher. Well, when I was a coach, our mascot was the cougar. And one of our slogans was, once a cougar, always a cougar. And then after the night out with the Canadians, like the really young ones, I start to wonder, like, is cougering really a thing? Well, lucky for me, I am on the Bumble. And I know how to lower the age of my searches. Match, 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 match. All these matches make me think that cougering is a thing. So I meet up with this younger guy to listen to some blues music. His first words are, "You are beautiful," which is a nice compliment, right? But then he adds, "I would love to see what you look like when you were young."
No.
But, maybe this is fair, because I'm seeing him, what he looks like when he's young, and he looks very, very good. Very good. And he's smart, and he's funny, so this is the first of like a whole bunch of dates. And when a relationship ends, well, oftentimes after the very first date, let's be honest, my daughter has more wise words to share. "Oh, don't sweat it, Mama," she says. "There are plenty more men out there." And she's right. The Bumble has a seemingly endless supply. So I match up with another young guy. We'll call him Pierre. I'm intrigued by his profile because it's in French. And I remember just enough French from high school to get the gist. So I shoot him a message in French. And then he responds in French. So now I have to use an online English-French dictionary just to continue the messaging. But look at me. I can now cougar in 2 languages. So we meet at Buckingham Fountain. And as the water turns from verte to rosé, I gotta come clean and I gotta let him know English is all I've got. But no worries, his English is much, much better than my French. And then I go to the eye doctor, and then I get myself some contacts, so I can now read without glasses for the very first time in years. And I'm eating lunch alone in my classroom. So naturally I open up the Bumble to see what's going on, and wow, oh wow, oh wow, right there in my math classroom, I get my very first dick pic. And I can see it clearly because I'm wearing my contacts. I'm a nervous wreck because, like, I'm at work. And I'm a very, very respectable math teacher. But guess what they didn't tell me until after I started my job. Not only do I teach math, but I also teach 7th grade sex ed. So I calm my nerves and I justify that, like, looking at these pictures during lunch can really help me prepare for my next lesson. I told you I'm very respectable. I do what I need to do to get the job done. But still, like, that was the first time and the last time that I opened up Bumble at work because, you know, I am respectable. But it definitely was not the last dick pic from one of my fellow Bumblers. So I have a few more first dates. There's the pastry chef who gave me the most delicious chocolate chip cookies and brownies I've ever had. And I've had more than my fair share. And then there's the dance instructor. He gave me a bachata lesson. There was not this kind of dating smorgasbord like way back in the 80s. There's a guy with a German Shepherd that I met at Bart Park. And there's the gentleman with the very expensive shoes that I meet for coffee. So at this point, I've had more first dates than I can count, which is significant because I'm a math teacher. And I am grateful for each one, even the bumbles. And believe me, there were quite a few bumbles. So I asked myself, what was the constant in my seemingly infinite number of first dates? Me. I got myself dressed in clothes that I love. I showed up at a cool new place brimming with hope and with excitement. And it makes me wonder, maybe this whole time I've been dating myself and just bringing a man along for some entertainment. You know, dating in my 50s is so different than dating as a teenager. And then it makes me think, what will dating be like when I'm in my 80s? When I'm in my 90s? Will I be able to get more than just a 2-dimensional dick pic with my phone? Will I be able to transform my body so that the younger dates can see what I looked like young? Will I actually be able to speak French? Will cougering still be a thing? And if it is, will I be dating men who are as old as I am now? It's fun to think about because the possibilities are staggering.